Hi, I'm Sandra, the creator of Shaped by the Struggle, and today I'm going to be sharing the backstory behind SBS. So grab a cup of tea or coffee and let's get started. So before I share my struggle story, I'll let you know that I'm going to be talking about major questions related to struggle and how to process and grow from these thoughts. The first question that people ask when struggles come is why? Last year, I was diagnosed with a movement disorder. In the beginning, why was one of my biggest questions. There were a lot of opinions and a lot of unknowns. It's okay to ask why, and it's often necessary to ask why when we're talking about our physical, mental, or emotional health, but it's not healthy to stay there. Life can feel very overwhelming and out of control when hard times come, but concerning my own struggle story, I realized that although things seemed out of control, I really was never fully in control of my life. The one thing we can have control over is our mindset. We can get stuck in the whys of life, whose fault it was it others, was it self? We can move into a place of self-blame or criticizing other people, or we can move towards action. And even after answers are found, it's easy to keep asking God why, and it's in fact normal. Another major question that people ask is, what is the purpose of this? For me, I went into a period of identity insecurity when I was diagnosed, because it's really easy to wrap your identity up in your career path or your job or where you go to school or who you hang out with and what you're physically able to do. And when I wasn't physically able to do the things that I was used to doing, I had this question of, who am I? And that's when the Lord told me, it's not where you are or where you're from or what you can do, it's whose you are. And He said, you're mine. Another question that I had to process is, how do I not lose hope? And where do I go from here? Like, okay, I've, established that I have this problem and, I'm trying to find purpose in it, but what do I do in the meantime? For me, I wanted to move forward, but I didn't have an immediate solution for my health. And while I waited for answers, I identified what I could control. Those three things were perspective, gratitude, and community. Perspective is so important. I learned that I had such a deeper appreciation for just doing little things like getting in the car and driving to the store, because I wasn't able to do those things for a while. And when you constantly are in the busyness and the rut of life, it almost becomes like you don't think about it. You don't acknowledge that everything you have is a gift. Gratitude ties into that a lot. I started writing 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning, and that really tied into widening my perspective. And lastly, community is so important. Find people that believe in you and trust in you and support you, and that's going to do wonders for just your overall joy and mindset and spiritual and emotional growth and health. And the last question I'm going to talk about is, when is this going to end? So I'm thankful that I've been able to improve, but I'm still healing. And people suffer from chronic conditions that they're not always able to seek recovery from. And unfortunately, we don't have a magic wand, but these difficult circumstances can shift our mindset towards the hope of heaven. I want to share 1 Corinthians 13:12 with you. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. In the waiting, remember that He sees you, He hears you, He knows you, and He empathizes with you. I hope that encourages you, and thanks for watching.